I launched this channel 3 weeks ago with the intention of presenting the hypocrisy of both the left and the right. I've had a hard time these past few days creating a video, because they're basically all anti-Trump and like in an affectionate way, his chumps. And given that I consider myself to be an independent, in terms of politics, I tend to be independent and I'll go left or right depending upon the policy, not the party. It might come across as very one-sided. It actually might surprise many of the viewers that I actually tend to lean more to the right than I do to the left. So I'm not, anti-right or anti-Republican. I mean, far from it. I am, however, without a shadow of a doubt, very anti-Trump. Every day, when I see an article regarding foolishness or hypocrisy by a Democrat, I go, oh, here's my chance to do a piece on Democrats. A Trump-related article that raises greater alarm and concern within me always seems to take priority. And here's why. The election was not stolen, despite the lies and fake conspiracy theories and narrative of Trump and his advisors. Trump peddling fake conspiracy theories in and of itself, to me, isn't alarming. The fact that tens of millions of his supporters have bought into his lies, that is alarming. Look, I have a number of friends that believe in conspiracy theories such as, let's say, the Earth is flat, the moon landings were faked in a Hollywood movie studio, and so on. To me, these are basically they're harmless beliefs. They don't affect my life, nor the lives in kind of like any impactful way of others who don't happen to share the same beliefs. But when you have a charismatic leader like Trump, who has for a number of years stated that we should march on Washington, D.C. and have a revolution when it was clear that he might lose in 2020, he's preemptively fabricating fictitious fairy tales in order to back up a reason to overthrow a democratically conducted election. And when tens of millions of Republican supporters fall prey to his to his hate and his fear-mongering and his divisive words, and they believe that half the nation, basically the Democrats, are election-stealing, Marxist, anti-American, non-patriotic scum, then we have a problem, in my opinion, that is far more serious than somebody stupidly deciding to rename 44 schools honoring the likes of Abraham Lincoln. Those are things that can easily be reversed. But one thing that cannot be, because if there's one thing I found, in discussing with my friends as to, why is the earth flat or the moon landings, weren't faked, is that no amount of credible evidence or logical and rational reasoning, it won't convince them otherwise. Any evidence presented is basically, it's dismissed along the lines of, that's what they want you to believe. And, once you open your eyes to the truth, you'll see that the earth is flat or the moon landings were fake. So, we now have an openly public conspiracy theory QAnon supporter serving in Congress. And the majority of her colleagues, they won't comment on it, or they dismiss her Looney Tune beliefs as quirks and oddities, and they just say nothing. She believes a sadistic ring of paedophile child traffickers, which include many prominent Democrats. I mean, some of you might remember Pizzagate, and that, these Democrats, they're all part of a supposed deep state, and that her and her fellow Republican politicians, they're accepting that this is somebody that should be given the responsibility of helping to decide the laws that the citizens and residents of this nation are governed by. I'm at a loss for words. Trump isn't going away. He wants to become the de facto leader and kingmaker within the Republican Party. And not that that's bad, but he wants to punish any Republican who doesn't agree with him, basically cancel culture him. And as a result, Trump and his henchmen are going to, for now at least, and probably the foreseeable future, they're gonna be the focus of my videos. The next videos are basically going to be focused on some of the main players within Trump's circle and some of the stuff going on. So thank you for watching. And the next videos, now I've resolved my internal dilemma of kind of like wanting to be balanced, they should be created in a more timely manner. I'm going to kind of like go for, every other day. And so thank you so much for your support. And thank you as always, for your patience and watching.